I want to tell you a story today about a founder of a company. She built this company in the bedroom of her small house. The early wins, man, they felt like lightning. The orders came in, the clients said yes, revenue doubled, and then doubled again. People were calling her a success story. Yet most of those mornings, she sat in her car outside the office. She wondered why she couldn't breathe. The business had grown, but with the growth grew pressure. And she felt more trapped than triumphant. The breaking moment came the day that she had an anxiety attack just opening her email. Every message had some problem that landed in her own lap. Clients that needed things, team members needed direction, vendors wanting decisions. And the thought struck her that success had become a wall instead of a doorway. She couldn't remember when the climb up the ladder of success stopped feeling exciting to her. The energy in the office was frantic. Projects were all in people's heads. There were no systems. Deadlines were only met with late nights and willpower and last-minute effort. She sprinted task to task, patching holes, filling the blanks. The business didn't feel like a business. It felt like the crashing of a wave over her every single morning. She learned to brace herself instead of swim in the water. The story was confusing because there was plenty of revenue, there was plenty of demand, yet she was constantly behind, constantly exhausted, constantly certain that something was slipping through the cracks. Growth was really not the problem. Her internal structure was the problem. Success had arrived for her, luckily, but it had arrived faster than she built the foundation to support it. And the cracks in the foundation widened every week. One weekend, she sat on the floor of her office and she pulled every project, every client, every task into a single document. She was surrounded in papers covered by arrows and highlights, and as she studied the mess, the truth rose. The business outgrew the way that she operated, and she was basically scaling chaos. The growth didn't break the business. Her lack of systems broke the business. Over the next 2 months, she did what she should have done 2 years earlier. She rebuilt the operations. She rebuilt the systems. She cleared workflows. She documented the processes and she standardized the deliveries. She defined the communication paths. She came up with a real onboarding plan, a real offboarding plan, basically a plan. And after the plan got implemented, the frantic energy of her team faded. They stopped guessing, clients stopped panicking, and she breathed for the first time. Only after the systems were firm and in place was she able to turn her gaze back to growth. And in time, the business expanded without swallowing her whole, because she finally understood that success is not a wall when the foundation is strong enough to hold the weight. Growth never breaks a business. Chaos breaks the business. Build systems first, and success stops feeling like that wall. I believe that moderate success is the most dangerous place for an entrepreneur. I believe that systems, not hustle, are what unlocks scale. I believe that chaos is not a personality trait. It's an operational problem. And I believe with all my heart that entrepreneurs deserve freedom, not exhaustion. I have 4 lessons for you on how to make that happen. Lesson 1, success exposes your weakest system. Success is not and should not be a stress test. Success is going to increase the pressure on the hidden flaws, the bottlenecks, the communication problems, the missing operating procedures. Every time you uplevel your success, it is going to shine the light on your weakness, not on your strength. Success magnifies those weak systems, and growth multiplies chaos. Lesson 2, fix your delivery before you fix your marketing. The lie that business owners and founders tell themselves is, I just need more clients. It'll all fix itself if I have more clients. The truth is, you need a smoother business. Good or bad, marketing is an accelerant. Delivery is the engine. So you're only as good as the engine. The accelerant only makes the engine go faster. So if your delivery fails, then marketing is not going to do you any good. Retention, referrals, and testimonials, those are when you know that your delivery is working. And then you can use those in the marketing as the accelerant. Those are the outcomes of a strong delivery system. And ultimately, those make the marketing easier. So if you deliver the solid product, you get retention, referrals, testimonials, repeat business, repeat revenue, increased revenue. And then all of that goes into the marketing so that you are delivering a brand identity and a reputation. Lesson 3, build a scaling identity. A founder has to change the way they think before the founder can change the way the business operates. The founder has to stop being one of the workers. You cannot scale a business by reaching your ceiling. To grow, you have to upgrade your own identity. In other words, you cannot say, what do I need to do today? That is task-oriented. You should say, what systems need to exist so that the outcome happens without me doing it? That is how you scale a business. The founder has to be the architect from above the business, letting go of the specific tasks to somebody else, and instead being the visionary of the business. Remember, think in blueprints, not in checklists. And lesson 4, shift from custom to repeatable. Now, for some of us ladies, we love our couture. We love custom. Custom work feels luxurious, but in a business, custom work is not sustainable. Custom is personalized. It's a new reinvention every single time. It is a new reinvention with every single customer. That is custom. It is not repeatable and not sustainable. You have to come up with the templates, the scripts, the dashboards, and the SOPs that create the path to the repeatable work. The repeatable tasks lead to precision, which lead to the deliverables. And that takes you from chaos to command. Begin building your SOPs with the things that are repeatable in how you deliver your unique product. You cannot build scale on the exceptions. You have to learn that growth is not the enemy. Chaos is the enemy. You cannot build and scale as a worker in your business. You have to shift your own identity as a founder, as an entrepreneur, and as an owner. You have to shift your own identity first. You have to think and choose structure over struggle. Choose system over stress, and choose strategy over survival. That is when scale will become an identity for you. No business can grow until the leader grows. Growth never breaks a business. Chaos breaks the business. Build the system first, and then success will feel like a doorway and not a wall.